Coconut Joe here, teaching you all you need to know about the 26 SD Cobalt. Alright, let's go through our functions. First of all, dash, bilge blower, on off. Bilge pump is either automatic or off. Interior lights will light small white LED lights throughout the boat. Docking lights. Those light up these LED lights in the bow of the boat. I think they're kind of angry looking personally. Horn. This boat doesn't have captain's call, so don't worry about this. This boat does not have swim platform lights, so don't worry about it. This boat does have an anchor light. And if you have it plugged into the back, it lights up. The anchor light stores in the anchor locker. Navigation lights are going to light up your panel and also light up your side red and green. But wait, Joe, how did we turn the battery on in the first place? By using the cryptically named battery switch. We have several positions. Off and on. I would recommend on. Now, you may ask, why does this boat have only an on-off battery switch, but it has two batteries? Oh, I bet you didn't know it had two batteries, first of all. The other reason is because it has what's called a VSR in it. This is a relay that allows charge to go to which battery it needs, no matter how the switch is positioned. So there's no reason to have a 1-2 on-off all switch. All we need is an on-off switch. This is your water pump switch. You turn that on so that you can operate your transom and bow showers and your sink. You'll hear the water pump run. When the water pump shuts off, it has reached its pressure. Okay, your battery system consists of a house battery on this side, aptly labeled number 2, and the starting battery is over on this side, behind the draining storage. That's battery number 1. Your starting battery will be a cranking battery, and your house battery will be a deep cycle battery. Now, quick overview of the engine. This is a flush attachment. If you were to use the boat in salt water, you would hook a hose to this attachment in order to flush the boat out. This is the fuel filter. This is the oil dipstick. Pull out your oil dipstick, and you'll see all the way at the end of it, there's your indicator. Okay? It's right at the end. You'll go, oh my goodness, there's no oil in the boat, but there really is. Canister style oil filter. And this is a reservoir for your power steering housing. Okay? All the way down there in the bottom, that's the seacock for your toilet. Your toilet uses river water to flush. So if you decide to start using your toilet, the first thing you'll need to do is reach down and grab that handle and turn it so it's upright. I'll show you. Okay. Right now, I'm going to leave it off. This is your water tank. In under here is simply a vapor recovery thing so you don't emit harmful fumes into the atmosphere. And then just next to it is the water pressure pump. And if you see here, you've got a strainer. That's a strainer for the intake on your toilet. This is all the way up under the deck. Okay, now we're going to use the water system. So our water pressure pump is on, and the girls are getting a little heated up. They need to do a quick rinse. Just press that button. You hear how the water pressure pump shuts off. Has a pressure switch inside of it, so it will automatically shuts off. If it keeps running, you have some sort of a leak in the line. Remember, you have to have the water pressure pump switch on in order for it to operate. Okay, if you decide to use the toilet, don't put anything in the toilet that isn't toilet paper or you have eaten, or that you have eaten first. No feminine products, no birth control devices, no beer bottle caps, no nothing weird, no cigarette butts. We charge a lot of money if we have to go in and unclog it. This is the button that you press to flush the toilet. And that will take water from the river through the toilet into the holding tank. This is an exhaust fan for your head compartment. This are the lights. And this is an auxiliary. You have a holding tank monitor there that tells you whether your tank is full. Okay, that covers that. You see that? That's the stereo. Coconut Joe doesn't know a lot about stereos. You guys need to read the stereo manual. Alright, moving forward. This is your anchor locker with its forward transom shower. Here, of course, called a bow shower. If you decide to anchor, you're probably going to want to deploy that ladder, okay, so that you can use this cleat. If, on the other hand, you don't want to use this cleat, you can use one of the side cleats and just tie off there. You have a length of chain. What you do with this is, if your depth is reading like 7 feet, you're going to let out 50 feet of line after it hits the bottom. You just drop the anchor overboard, let it hit, and then pay out 3 feet 16 times. Okay? Just like that. And that's 50 feet. And that should hold you in pretty much any kind of wind. But when you get to the end of that, you still have to tie it off. To do that, use a half hitch. Take a wrap, lay the rope on itself, and that'll hold in anything. Once again, take a wrap around, turn the rope so it lays on itself. And that's 2 half hitches. That will tie the boat up in anything. Okay? Now we've gone over a lot of the start procedures. Basically, 3 beeps, and then wait until you hear the whirring stop. Start your motor. Once in a while, start your motor and check for leaks on the engine. You also have to remember that it's not a maintenance-free battery. You're going to need to remove the caps periodically, maybe once every couple of months. And if the water isn't up to the lower ring inside, you're going to need to fill it with distilled water. Well, this may not be everything about a Cobalt 26, but it'll sure as heck get you started. Since you bought the boat from Coconut Joe, you have my cell number. You can call me anytime. If you bought your 26 SD from somebody else, well, then you're Coconut Joe shit out of luck. Have a great day, everybody.